What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out on this beautiful Thursday. I'm doing pretty good myself. Shout out to my wife Joan for hipping me to this particular story right here. It says black couple accused of smelling like weed kicked out of Memphis Eatery. Racial discrimination suit says. Okay. I just want to say this. I don't know what they are putting in the new world age weed. Okay. Back in the day, weed did not smell like a skunk's ass. Okay. Mixed with Drano, and you can always tell who has been smoking it. You can be driving down the street back in the winter evening when the car windows are rolled up. You can tell who's smoking that stuff. A car can be in front of you, a car can be in back of you. You can pass a car and your windows can be rolled up and you can smell that mess. Okay? That's basically what it boils down to. So I know also you can be at work and there are some people that do come in with their clothes saturated with that scent. Okay? That is a dangerous thing right there when you go to your employment smelling like you've been smoking whatever this stuff is, because marijuana just don't smell like that. Okay? But see, the powers that be has infiltrated marijuana. They've given you their version of marijuana. I've come across stories that said that people were pulled over because police smell the scent of that aroma coming out of their car. Okay? So that's just what it is. So more than likely, these people, they probably was smelling like this mess. It has a very, very awful, pungent smell to it. That's just what it is. Okay? Now, to get into this story, it says here, black couple who were kicked out of a restaurant in Memphis, Tennessee last year for allegedly smelling like marijuana filed a federal racial discrimination lawsuit against the eatery last week. Deatrandra Bass and her boyfriend DeJuan Brown of Coahoma County in Mississippi were in Tennessee on August 7th to visit Brown's mother and cousin, according to the suit filed Thursday in federal court. Okay. The couple met up with the family members at Houston's restaurant on Poplar Avenue in Memphis. Shortly after they arrived, restaurant manager Kayla Hollins, who is white, went to the group's table and told the couple to leave because they smelled like weed, according to the lawsuit. Okay, Bass and Brown didn't initially react and thought Hollins was talking to someone else because they knew they didn't smell like marijuana, the suit says. Moments later, according to the lawsuit, Hollins returned to the table with a police officer and told the couple, "I asked you to leave and come back tomorrow because you smell like weed." Carlos Moore, an attorney representing the couple, said Wednesday his clients don't smoke marijuana and hadn't smoked the day they were booted from the restaurant. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this. If the couple smelled like weed or not, all right, I don't believe that woman had the right to come to that table and tell them to leave. I really just don't. You might come around anybody with poor hygiene. You understand? That smells. You understand what I'm saying? Do you have the right to tell them, well, you stink, get out of this restaurant? No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? And also, how can this woman, Kayla Hollins, the manager, prove that they smell like marijuana? You have no proof. You had no business going to that table, even asking them to leave, period. That's just all there is to it. Let's continue. What was supposed to be a great family outing was ruined, Moore said. His clients were discriminated against because they are black, said Moore, who added the marijuana accusations was Jim Crow era 2.0, a new way to discriminate in the restaurant industry. The The lawsuit names as defendants the restaurant, its parent company, Hillstone Restaurant Group, Inc., General Manager Ralph Price, and Hollins. The Hillstone Restaurant Group said in a statement Wednesday it doesn't comment on pending litigations. The statement added, "Our company does not discriminate, as anyone who has ever dined at our restaurant can attest. We are proud that guests of all races choose to dine regularly at Houston's and appreciate our hospitality." Okay. This, like I said, normally they're gonna pull the usual PR stunt, you know what I mean, for damage control. But the thing is, that manager went over there and singled them people out, saying they smell like weed, made them leave, and you don't have no proof that they was actually smelling like weed. See? So the restaurant will pay. That's just in my opinion. Let's continue. Price then immediately replied to a request for comment left for him at Houston's on Wednesday. Hollins couldn't be reached Wednesday. A woman who picked up the phone at the restaurant said she no longer works for the company. Why is that? Was she fired because she finna cause this company some money? Because they pretty much, I bet you money, they told her the same thing I'm sitting here saying. Even if they did smell, they could have smelled like a hog's ass. You had no business going over there telling them you gotta leave because you smell like marijuana. You know, the thing is this. Let's say, for example, had they fired up marijuana in the restaurant, then she could have said, "No, you can't smoke that in here. You got to get out." Okay, that's just what it is. Now to continue. A representative of Hillstone Restaurant Group didn't immediately respond to a question about whether Hollins was still an employee. WHBQ TV of Memphis reported in August that another couple, a police officer and a high school principal, were asked to leave the restaurant by a female manager who also accused them of smelling like pot. You see that? This woman's full of it. Maybe she like pot. How you know how it smell? You know what I mean? Shit. You know, maybe you smoking it. See? Now she did this to somebody else. And then see, they just gave this big old long PR speech talking about we don't commit racism, and everybody that ever dined at our restaurant, hey, they know it. We cool. We don't do stuff like that. You know? Yeah, this restaurant finna pay. Y'all should have got rid of her ass when she first did this. Okay? Marijuana used both recreationally and for medicinal purposes is mostly illegal in Tennessee, with minor exceptions like small amounts of CBD oil. Medical marijuana use is legal in Mississippi, where Bass and Brown are from, Moore said. He said that line of questioning was never sought by the restaurant manager, who forced the couple to leave. If this was not blanket racial discrimination, I think Houston's manager would have had to ask them where they were from and did they have a prescription for marijuana before accusing them of smelling like weed, Moore said. Bass and Brown seek at least $500,000 each in damages for humiliation, embarrassment, and emotional distress, the lawsuit says. Okay? Of course, it says here the article was originally published on NBCnews.com. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, look, this restaurant finna pay some money, and that's just all there is to it. You should have got rid of that damn woman who was going around accusing people of smelling like weed and putting them out of there, because obviously she was using this as a blanket, for discrimination. Okay? She was. Because you cannot prove these people smell like weed. And even if they did smell like weed, you were still supposed to serve them. And that's just what it is. Okay? I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular story right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, views, and opinions on it in the comment section. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And people, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.